Hello and welcome to a what I eat in a day video. This one's a little bit of a twist and you can probably see it in the title. I chat about it more just after lunch. Yeah, so definitely stick around. I've started the Overcoming MS diet, and again, like I said, I chat about it a bit more after lunch. I do want to mention that it's just me and Elliot home, or Elliot and I home at the moment. Jay's away for work, so I'm keeping things pretty simple and yeah, kind of just, not having to go to too much effort. So yeah, I really hope you like it.
So to start the day, I'd mixed up this bread the night before, so I needed to bake it quick, smart, so that we could have it for breakfast. And I tell you what, fresh bread, fresh sourdough for breakfast is better than anything else. I let it cool for a while and then sliced it up. I used to love the ends of sourdough with a big slab of butter on it, but because I'm doing the Overcoming MS diet, there's no butter allowed, so almond butter it is. On breakfast this morning, I thought I would fry up some mushrooms, so I chopped them up pretty finely. I used a little bit of oil. Overcoming MS doesn't encourage oil on the stovetop because of the high heat, but I just can't resist, and if that's the only thing I'm still doing, then sure. So I fried up the mushrooms. I added a little bit of water so that I could control that temperature a little bit, and then I added some peas. So I love to get in as many veggies as I can wherever I can, so peas for breakfast it is. So I've got my 2 slices of sourdough toast. Then I topped that with some of this macadamia cheese, and it's a bit like cream cheese. So I spread that on pretty thick. Then I topped that with the mushroom and pea mixture. And added some chili flakes. And it was bloody delicious. Now for lunch, I decided to have some spring rolls, which I'd made up a couple of weeks ago and popped in the freezer. So I grabbed them out of the freezer. I love to use these reusable bags. These ones are from Seed and Sprout, but you can get them anywhere. And Elliot was having a couple, and I think I ended up with 4. So I popped them into the air fryer, which I tell you what, I had never used before Christmas, and it's so good for the Overcoming MS diet, because we can really reduce a lot of the oils that are being used in our home. So I popped them in the air fryer for 10 minutes, on 200 degrees. When they came out, they were so crispy. And here's why when I tried to be a smartass and tip the mango chutney out of the jar. And it all came out. Anyway, I got it back in, made a lot of a mess, and ate the chutney with the spring rolls, and it was really good. The filling is cabbage and carrots and peas and curry powder, mostly. I had a cup of tea with some homemade oat milk, and then sat down to have a chat with you guys.
Hello, welcome. Thanks for checking out this video. I thought I would do a bit of a sit down chat in the middle of it. I'm eating you can't see it. I do one of these fashion Anyway, it's a beetroot chocolate bliss ball. It's oats and beetroot, raw beetroot and dates and stuff. So, as you might have seen on my Instagram, my MS symptoms are not getting any better, and I'm doing what I can to take some kind of control over this completely uncontrollable disease. So you might have seen that I mentioned I'm in the process of talking with my neurologist about changing my medication, and the other thing I've decided to do is start eating in a bit of a different way. So I've decided, after many years of having this book, to start on the Overcoming MS diet. Now, there's a lot of evidence in here, and I tell you what, I have not read this book. I've not read the whole thing, but I've heard really good things about it. And at this point in my life, in this point of living with multiple sclerosis, I figure it's worth a shot, hey? So essentially the premise of this is there's 7 steps. It's called a recovery program. It's more of a lifestyle than a diet. So there's 7 steps in this recovery program. One of them is about what you're eating. The others are about meditation, taking vitamin D supplements, encouraging the people in your life to eat and live similarly. But I'm going today to talk about the diet. So the way of eating that they encourage is really low in saturated fats. So essentially it is plant-based with seafood, no eggs, but you can have egg whites, and no oils except for olive oil. Now it gets a bit tricky and a bit hazy with the oils. You can use some of them cold. You can use some of them only olive oil cooked and only in the oven, so stovetop temperature is too hot. That's the kind of stuff I'm learning about, and that's the kind of stuff that I just don't know enough about. The other thing that I've had to eliminate is coconut products, because coconut products are really high in fats. So it's been fun navigating it. There's actually an Overcoming Multiple Sclerosis cookbook. So sadly, I thought there's no pictures in the book. So for me, I'm a really visual person. That's why I love Instagram so much and making videos. And for there to be no pictures in here is a bit disappointing. But it's got some great recipes. There's the Overcoming MS website, which has really great, obviously compliant foods. And I just borrowed a bunch of vegan cookbooks from the library and am doing that. I tell you what though, our way of eating hasn't changed that much. We're eating pretty much the same. The boys are still eating dairy products, milk, cheese, obviously meat. We always try to incorporate a few vegetarian meals, so we're just keeping with that. And we're eating a lot of Mexican, because Mexican means that I can leave out the cheese on top or the sour cream, or you know, whatever. So that's the way that I'm eating at the moment. So if you're in the same position, I'd love to hear. I started eating this way on Boxing Day, so I got through Christmas. I'd been planning it for a while, got through Christmas, and then yeah, just started. And we're doing fortnightly meal plans as we always do. And so our meal plan just happened to fall on Christmas Day, so we actually just started the next day. And we just do things like, you know, if we're having coleslaw in a wrap, the boys will have pork or chicken and I'll have tofu. What else have we been having? Like I said, a lot of Mexican, salads and barbecued things. I've been using the air fryer and loving it. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. Plant-based with fish, no coconut products and no oils. And so yeah, I've just had to navigate that a little bit. So if you've got any tips, I'd love to hear them, and we'll get on with the video.
This has been my favourite cookbook at the moment, and our local Kmart is out of it, so I'm keeping my eyes peeled. But seeing as it was just Elliot and I home, I decided to try this creamy mac no cheese, and it's really good. So recently I've been using a stool to sit down in the kitchen so that my legs don't hurt. I chopped up some pumpkin. And I measured out too many cashews for this sauce, so I thought I'd just eat the rest. And I made another cup of tea. Now, it's pretty funny, I always fill my cups of tea quite low because while I'm walking with it, I often spill it because I'm quite shaky. So Elliot and I sat down to play some Monopoly Deal, which we've been playing a lot of over the school holidays. Now this is dinner. Essentially it was cooking the sauce with some pumpkin and then blending it with cashews and nutritional yeast and cooking the pasta and stirring it all together. It's really good. You should definitely check out Ellie's Wholesome Life cookbook. Now I thought I'd make dessert for us, and I love this fruity dream whip on the Thermomix. So if you've got a Thermomix, definitely check it out. It just uses a little bit of raw sugar, which you blitz up. Then you put in frozen fruit, so we use strawberries for this one, and once that's blended you add an egg white, which I can have in the Overcoming MS diet, and it whips it incredibly. I mean, check that out.
Thanks so much for watching this What I Eat in a Day. If this is something you would like to see more of, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to hear in the comments below if you're going through the same thing, or if there's things that you can't eat and how you deal with that. For me, it's kind of the last straw. It's something that I can take control of. And yeah, I'm gonna give it a go. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.